What's going on, guys? We're going to go back with Legacy of Lordaeron. We're still in Act 1, Twisted Future. This is only the second part. I presume this will take quite a bit of time. And because of some of the mechanics that Warseeker has put into the campaign, at least so far from what I can tell, it's probably going to be a bit longer than the founding of Durator actually was. So as you can see from this freshly planted corpse, we did kill that fucking asshole Crypt Fiend guy, which sounds like the name of I don't know, maybe a campaign that somebody will make or something. You know, like Jay Barrino's got Reavers as his most hated unit. I hate Crypt Fiends, apparently. There's probably like a million more units that I would hate more than Crypt Fiends, like sorceresses. Just why? Why do they even exist? Anyways, let's try and AI joke this abomination guy. Oh, we got a lucky bash, right? Nice and early. Which seems to have... Oh, maybe we chain two together at the same time. Yeah, it looks like we're chaining quite a bit of them. Our 20% chance is really working out here. And I have mana for the bottle smash ability, so Feldad won't leave Mandir out here to dry. Names of these characters are pretty manly, I won't lie. Mandir. And then you got Feldad, too, on top of it. It's pretty good. Oh, you know what? It would be really funny if I microed this this abomination here around this gravestone. That would be quite ironic, I think. Alright, so we are gaining some experience here, but we're not really close to another level. Alright, I've thrown an elixir of death onto Mandir, who still says hello in that really weird voice. Now the only question is, how are we expected to fight this guy, who's undoubtedly got like Carrion Swarm, which at level 1 probably only deals like 100 damage, but still that's 100 damage that is pretty difficult to recover from. I mean, 2 of those, and that's an elixir of death from Feldad. And then he's got Sleep, which is always the worst thing. I presume he must have all 3 of these abilities, unless he's like, let's see. Yeah, Vampiric Aura is only level 1, so either he's got Sleep at level 2 or Carrion Swarm at level 2 and no Sleep. I hope it's actually that he's fully balanced out and he's got 1 point in each. We won't really know. Let's see. Let's quick save. What's the button again? Wow, that's an interesting looking save icon. Thanks, Blizzard. All right, so let's try and pull him away from his pet necromancers. I knew your Forsaken would interfere with my plans. Pathetic. Your curiosity will be the death of you. So this is where we can probably bring up a sludge and see what we can do there. This guy's actually seemingly fairly simple to put to rest here. Let's wake up our sludge, and that should give us a little bit more DPS on this guy. And obviously we still have enough for the other spells here. Let's go ahead and use them all. We've got Chemical Rage on Zenidar. Yeah, this guy's taken care of nice and easily. That was way easier than the abominations, or at least, well, it went by way faster, I guess I'll say. So let's kill these necromancers now and see what else this guy was hiding. I was hoping for like an item drop or something, but we'll probably get an item as a quest reward. At least I would hope. You know, and bust open that. Oh, Potion of Greater Healing. Absolutely delicious. I'll suck that right down. Thank you. And then we've got a couple necromancers. So obviously, like, I would have preferred to have fought him under like, you know, with everything involved. Oh boy. Like, I'm not really a fan of the whole 3/3 upgrade stuff. I think that's probably just very difficult to deal with when you're starting out. And obviously like, I would have thought that maybe they would have started out with 1 level of upgrades on the hard difficulty, and then as you progress throughout the campaign, you would have seen them increase. That sort of would have been my gut reaction or assumption. Uh-oh. An enraged jungle stalker. Probably not what we want, huh, guys? Hey, but if he leaves behind a corpse... Oh, you know what? We should have actually gotten corpses. Wow, that's crazy. We should have gotten corpses, for the sludge summons. This guy might be too difficult for us to deal with. I don't know about you guys. With the slam constantly kicking our asses here, I don't think we can really deal with him. Maybe we can. Let's go ahead and throw a thing on him. The problem is, this potion of greater healing is worth a lot of gold if I can go back home and sell it, actually. And it's not very great if I have to then go back home and... or have to use it right now. Like, it's not really what I'm into. Oh, shit. This guy's really kicking my ass. Wowee. Well, now that we're sufficiently low HP, we can run around here and see what low-level creep can execute us on hit. That guy might have an item, though. Okay, well, there's a Frost Remnant. He can just Frost Nova both of our heroes and kill them. Well, one of our heroes and kill both of them with the splash. What's Feldad's mana at? Not great. What is their... the difference between intelligence is not really that much. It's only 3 intelligence, which is equivalent to 45 extra mana and very mild mana regeneration differences. So let's go ahead and throw a bottle at this guy's head. And he's almost got enough for a spell, which we can use. It looks like we'll be able to kill him this time anyways, even without the spell. And look at that, he did have an item, a Ring of Protection +4. Undoubtedly will be absolutely useful. So I'm glad that I stuck... Oh, okay, I'm not glad that I stuck around. Go away. Nope, run quickly. Don't fuck with this guy. Why is he still chasing us? Must have been because I stunned him and then that like fucked with his aggro or something. It would be funny if now he's just in the middle of that path, so we can't really go back there until we're fully prepared. Anyways, who did I have to return to? Not the witch or banshee or whatever. Oh, it's this guy. This guy with this is Nathanos Blightcaller, the level 10 Dark Ranger. This guy's got a really interesting... I really like his portrait. It almost looks like it's from a completely different game. Just because of, like, you compare the quality, you know, between the two. Oh, no, they actually did repopulate some of these units, too. It looks like. I'm not sure. I haven't been able to confirm that. We'll go head back over there afterwards. It kind of does suck that we don't have, like, a fountain or anything. Oh, look, one of these... How adorable, how droll, one of these measly, lower-class skeleton warriors wants to trifle with us now that we're level 2. We can dispatch him with ease. You know what I'm saying? What's up with the floor here, too, you know? You get... I guess you just start drawing circles. Finally, the threat is over. You've done well, hero. I owe you on this one, as I promised. Take this item as a reward of your success. A Cloak of Shadows increases the life regeneration speed and 75 bonus mana points. The bonus mana is like... That's what makes this item a little bit difficult for me to figure out who to min-max assign it to. Mandir's the one tanking, so the life regeneration increase, which is pretty like noticeable actually. That tells me that this is like an item for him. The extra mana though, obviously, that's like an extra spell cast for Feldad. This item might actually be better served if I like hot swap it between my heroes. If you guys have never heard of this concept, I'm sure people know what I'm saying by that. You know, like, okay, did you guys stop to talk to the Dark Ranger? What was that? It was like, we gotta wait for pathing to kick in, but while we're doing so, we might as well ogle this Dark Ranger, you know? Anyways, what was I saying? I might, like, once Mandir's at full HP, for example, I might actually throw this on Feldad, just so that I can have him regenerate his life a little bit faster, and this can be our mini sort of, what's the term? Our, like, mini fountain, I guess. How would we actually go... Oh, this is Spiderland! Holy shit. And it looks like they did repopulate this area, unless I, like... Maybe not. Because this actually doesn't seem too off base, I guess, for what would have been here. Anyways, we're definitely going to use these sludge carrion to summon more units here to help us out, because we definitely need them. I think I maybe undersold how good that these units could be, or how useful it would be, because I forgot that they were permanent. And that's something that it's pretty important, I think, to have a couple of these units, you know, just a couple of extra units hitting for you. It's well worth the 30 mana, especially when we have this extra life regeneration. It'll make the other ability, his Elixir of Undeath or whatever, Elixir of Death, it'll make it a little bit more reasonable to expect, you know, him to not need it as much, since he has this Cloak of Shadows, which is clearly pretty useful. And just looking at the gold cost, it's a fairly high-level item, it would seem. So yeah, now we're having a lot less trouble coming through this area, and I think it's in large part due to the fact that we've summoned so many of these sludges. They may only be level 1, but they're still pretty useful. Oh, he summoned them from behind, okay. Obviously, since they're only 30 mana, I don't really care about, like, summoning like healing them after they've already been summoned, because healing them obviously costs way more mana than just summoning a new one from a corpse. So yeah, they may destroy some of these, but it's not really the end of the world, right? I wonder if after he gets stunned... No, he really does... He keeps target aggro, I guess. It's interesting. And, oh yeah, then there were these ghosts that, I'm not really sure what the fuck these are used for. I mean, I guess these guys are just for farming gold, honestly. It doesn't really seem like they're supremely important. Or have any, like, they don't really seem to be dropping a lot of items, obviously, so... There's another taskmaster. I haven't seen too many, custom enemy creeps beyond, like, obviously the skeletons are all new. Or mostly all new. Let's have him target that guy. We're sort of splitting our damage right now, so I want to put Feldad on more of these guys. And obviously this taskmaster is doing quite a bit of damage to our measly sludges. Mana pool on Feldad's looking a little grim. This is where we're going to start running into problems, probably. But with that new item that we got, I don't think we'll have too many issues with, like, Mandir tanking, since right now the sludges have been tanking and Mandir hasn't been. So it's not too bad. I think we could probably calm down on the summons for now and let Feldad get more HP back. So interesting. We still haven't really found the... the path. I'm trying to, like, auto-path my units there, but of course we're getting distracted by killing every single enemy unit on the way there, so it's interesting. Sort of how you just get lost in the middle of trying to kill as much stuff as possible. And these skeletons won't leave behind corpses, which is pretty crucial, so we won't be able to actually summon more sludges. Which is, yeah, that's a challenge we're going to have to keep in mind. Every time I see Blight, I, like, instinctively assume that there's going to be, like, an enemy undead structure or something, and that's never really the case. This sludge is going to go down. I don't really mind that he goes. He was not the hero sludge we needed. I'm sure people have I'm sure someone somewhere has made, like, a sludge hero, you know? I'm sure it was also really goofy. Alright, so let's kill this last skeleton here. And let's continue to trust no one, as Mandir advises. No one except Warcraft 3's Pathfinding, which is possibly the least trustworthy of them all. So we actually have a Forest Troll High Priest over here, which is not really what I'm into. At this point, we may as well just start using Elixir of Death offensively to weaken some of these high HP enemies. 630 health is no joke, but hey, we got Runes of Healing. I mean, again, at this point, we're going to be more in need of Runes of Mana for Feldad. This Shield Wall ability has actually given Mandir a lot of survivability as well. There's no visual indicator when the Shield Wall kicks into effect or actually has an effect, but you can. I'm sure you were able to notice in the previous video where like as soon as we started putting that in, we just got hit with way less units. It's interesting that now we're getting these rune drops, whereas previously we weren't getting anything at all from the kobolds or the spiders or the skeletons. Besides the first area where we got some drops from the skeletons because it was just Mandir at level 1. So I'm not sure what the logic behind that is, or like whether or not this is really low percentage RNG or something that we're just getting lucky, because I know sometimes people do use that. Wow, Forest Troll Warlord. Go ahead and hit these units. The Shadow Priests are going to be pretty important. I actually didn't need to hit this Forest Troll at all. Gold coins, not bad. Let's go ahead and grab a Sludge. Added DPS on this Warlord is going to be pretty important, obviously. That's still a pretty cool ability. It's too bad it does so little damage. 25 damage. But, I say it's too bad. Obviously, it makes sense from a balance perspective. You wouldn't want your AoE stun in a radius that's really easy to hit. You wouldn't want that being the spell that also deals a bunch of damage. Let's grab a couple sludges again. Are we headed the right direction? It looks like it based on pathing. Maybe there's just multiple areas. Enraged Elemental. Oh, and there's like even a human outpost or something. And a Fountain of Mana. Fuck yeah. Oh, that unit is immune to magic, apparently. So, mana fountains, absolutely excellent. I mean, these units are immune to magic, so we can't fucking use magic against them. But, whatever, man. We can still use this chemical rage ability at the very least. Give Feldad a little bit more bang for his buck, as he says.
Our forces are under attack.
I want to investigate this human outpost. This is the first thing we've seen that isn't really like undead or just some neutral creep. And this is one of the things that I wish Blizzard had actually done more with Founding of Durator. They had a couple of instances like that shaman side quest that you could get where you could just walk in to different places and see stuff. But here you can see like, oh, it's this burnt out Terran, my StarCraft just showing. This burnt out, you know, human complex or whatever, and you know, in it there's a lot of bandits apparently. Like they've raided the area, they've taken the opportunity. Doesn't seem like there will be a quest over here, but this is something that I would like to see as like quests or areas where there's dialogue or something to sort of fill the gaps, as it were. But in the meantime, we just have this bandit lord here who looks sufficiently buffed up to the point where he's going to be quite the adversary to deal with. In preparation for that, I figure we can summon some sludges and just set them to hold position so we don't aggro the wrong people. So obviously we don't really want that. Let's lure this level 1 idiot over here anyways. We can use his corpse at the very least. And then, what is it? 5 can be controlled at a time, so we can go ahead and summon another one right here. And then we'll summon another one in just a moment. The reason why I put Slippers of Agility on Mandir, by the way, is that it actually does increase... Oh, of course. It does increase armor by 1 point for every... I think it's like every 3 points increases armor. Yeah, every 3 points increases armor by 1. And attack speed is never a bad idea, I don't think. Alright, cool. We shot units into each other. Pretty useful in general, I think. Alright, cool. Yeah, we're really talking with this stuff, man. We actually were able to get this bandit lord down without losing a single sludge. I thought we had and just instinctively started targeting him, but... Gloves of Haste, awesome. Since we have Bash on one of our heroes, we actually... Here, let's put the Potion of Greater Healing on him. We don't need it on Mandir anyways. Gloves of Haste with Bash is obviously great synergy there. It looks like we're coming to the end of this area. Since there's like another tower over here. There's also was a tower over here as well. It looks like we just skipped right by it because we were looking for like the path of least resistance into the area. And maybe this area, judging by the presence of ghosts, it probably leads... Oh no, it leads in a completely different direction. This is actually looks like it's a dead end, so I think we can safely attack here without bothering, like, without the fear of, like, wasting a lot of extra time, basically. Let's try and deal with these units. Obviously, Curse is a pretty big letdown, especially when we have on-hit effects like Bash, and obviously Chemical Rage is pretty specific with its use, with increasing attack speed. Go ahead and what is it? Bottle? Yeah, bottle yourself. That's fine. And what is this? A Wraith level 6 Undead. Got some stats there. You know, honestly, as soon as we got this health regen, and as soon as we started using these sludges more often, I think we've been in pretty damn good shape for, in terms of surviving these encounters with these units. It's been pretty solid overall, I think. Now, hopefully that Wraith doesn't have Curse, and by destroying all of these ghosts, we've sort of crippled her support structure, as it were. But I would not be surprised if she actually does have Curse. It seems like a pretty typical sort of ghostly type ability ever since Blizzard added it. Yeah, she does. To the Banshee, of course, since they're the same model, just colored differently, I think. So, interesting area here. We got this, like, glyph thing, this demonic pillar. Clearly an area of corruption, since it has all this undead here. It would be neat to, like, walk around in this area and actually see some Wand of Illusion. I guess I'll pick that up. Probably sell that. Unless we are in a pinch and we need some other units tanking, since I think heroes that are illusions have the same... Whatever you make as an illusion is the same, like, auto-attack priority or AI priority for killing them or targeting them as the base unit. So if I cloned, like, Mandir a bunch of times, then the illusions would have the same priority as Mandir himself for the purposes of enemies targeting them. And so that would, like, soak up some damage, which I guess is the intended result of using that ability in the first place. But one of the things that I would really like to see that would make this area feel a lot more alive and get me a lot more invested in the lore of the story, and, like, would also serve to characterize the factions in some capacity, is, like, have the surviving Scourge or the that Dreadlord was commanding, for example, or have stuff like that where these, like, factions are actually warring with each other or having these small skirmishes and involving themselves in that capacity. That would be really cool to see them, like, fighting each other, and then you sort of stumble upon their area, as it were, their, like, engagement that they're already in the middle of partaking in. An Ironwood Branch. Oh, that's like strength +1, isn't it? Well, we can throw the soul gem on him. That's fine. Ironwood Branch is fairly simple, and we got to level up, so we probably want to increase the duration of the stun. Well, the AoE stun for 3 seconds is also no joke. So why don't we do that, I guess? Because that's an ability that costs less mana, even after we level it up, and is obviously has a bit more utility as well. So there you go. This looks like a Forsaken post, judging... Well, obviously I moused over these units, and they said they were Forsaken. Crossing a shimmering zone boundary will transition your heroes to a new area. Summoned units and mercenaries will remain behind until you return. Very similar to Blizzard Zone. Travel to Silver Pipe Forest. I like that there's a confirmation dialogue, because there would be often times where I would accidentally autopath my units into stuff in the Founding of Durator. So a nice area of improvement that Warseeker has done. This is something I say sometimes that maybe some people disagree with or whatever, but I actually don't think anybody should ever look to Blizzard's own products as, like, an example of the highest bar of quality that you can achieve. Now, people who are more learned in the community, been around for a while, will probably laugh at even the notion that somebody would look at what Blizzard's done and think, wow, that's, like, the best, highest quality thing. They'd be like, well, those people are goofballs. Nobody actually believes that. But a lot of people aren't able to hit that same quality level and thus think that that is the ideal level. Don't be afraid to go against what Blizzard did or do something completely different. Or in this case, what Warseeker did, where you see a perceived flaw, don't be afraid to try and fix that. Don't be afraid to call it a flaw either. A lot of people, again, I feel like, anyways, this is a perceived notion, I could be completely wrong, think that what Blizzard did was mostly, you know, the right thing and don't really seek to challenge those preconceived notions. And I think there's a lot more efficiency that you can do with things like trigger systems or whatever. You can do a lot of things that Blizzard probably never dreamed of. I mean, look at all the Brood War projects, for example. Blizzard never would have thought that half of this functionality would have even been in the game to begin with, even though they made the game. So it's just an example of where you can do a lot of stuff in this game and on all of Blizzard's titles that support modding like this that, you know, you shouldn't be afraid to do just because Blizzard didn't do it or Blizzard did something similar but a different way and you want to do something different. That's how we get great campaigns in the first place, I think, are the ones that buck those trends as opposed to sort of following Blizzard's footsteps and trying to do the same thing that they do. All right, Silverpine Forest was a magnificent forest of Lordaeron until it was ravaged by the Scourge's plague. Today the forest has become lugubrious. Never heard of that word. The Forsaken set up a camp around a crypt. The Sepulchre, I think it's Sepulchre. The Sepulchre, while the few remaining wizards of Dalaran hold the town of Ambermill. So we've got two factions here. The Forsaken, who have set up the Sepulchre, which is like a crypt. And what few Dalaran magi still remain. Interesting. Kill all dogs, obviously. Fucking dogs. Alright, let's mess around here. Looks like Scourge are also involved, which is interesting. So we can't really cast any offensive spells from Feldad here. Well, we can put Chemical Rage on him. He'll do a little bit of extra damage. We can even summon a Sludge. Get that abomination onto that Sludge, man. And of course he doesn't. Come on, hit the Sludge. What are you doing? Oh my Todd. A Toddination, obviously. Hello. Don't say hello like that. So as we progress through here, is it true that you actually gain more experience from killing enemy factional units than you do if you're killing enemy neutral units, like neutral hostile units, basically? Like units that are owned by a player, do they provide you with more experience? I have to wonder. Hey, we actually stunned the obsidian statue. That's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and use our Chemical Rage here. And I was hoping that we would be able to stun the obsidian statue with that. Unfortunately, all we succeeded in doing was aggroing this Crypt Fiend, who is an immense asshole for coming over here and doing that to us. So we can actually use our newly improved knockback, which actually did quite a bit of damage there. Maybe it does more damage than it actually says on the tooltip. It might actually do that. I'm not sure. It seems like it was doing more damage than 50 there anyways. Like, we can test that out again, I guess. What is this? Yeah, that did way more damage than 50. Maybe it's magical damage and that deals something different to unarmored units? I don't think so. It does more damage to heavy units. Huh. That's interesting. Because in that case, this is a really fucking good spell. Oh, yeah, I forgot. They do stupid fucking borrowing. Never mind. I guess abominations really are a shitty unit that I hate. Alright, well, since we're in the business of using this ability more often, let's try and keep these units stunned since they're obviously enchanted. This abomination in particular. Well, I don't know what he's doing now, but... Oh, he's being a piece of shit and eating. Hey, Tony, stop eating! This guy's just snacking on a pizza while we're smacking him in the head! Wake up! Yeah, when you stun them while they're in the middle of cannibalizing, the corpse will disappear, which is an interesting functionality. And probably not intended, but who knows. Alright, cool, we got a level on Feldad. It seems obvious to level up Elixir of Death at first glance, but I also think that Chemical Rage and Sludge Carrion have been pretty nice. And would be really, really good for when you level them up. The heal is still pretty good, though, and we level up so slowly that it almost makes me think that it might be a mistake to level up anything else. Like, obviously, the safe choice is Elixir of Death, but think about all, like, the increased damage and health that Sludge have when you level them up. Excuse me. I don't know if it's worth it. Let's go ahead with that. Oh, Rune of Dispel Magic. Nice. We just dispelled our own brain cells with that one. So I guess for this unit we would want to use this W when it's in the middle of its animation or when it's nearby. What? Wow, we just absolutely one-hit it. That's a rune of healing, right? Not a mana? Okay. So let's keep progressing through here. Let's try and kill this necromancer. We have a rune here. I don't know if this can be used for some purpose. Alright, let's go ahead and put him on duty to kill this necromancer. Oh, good job, Meatwagon. You really did your job. Maybe I can get him to kill this tree here. I don't know. Oh, well, no. Did I do it? Is this a puzzle? Maybe I can't actually get onto this because I didn't kill the tree. Maybe there was like a puzzle and I forgot to put this guy on hold position, so of course we failed the puzzle. Hey, come on, Abomination, get over here. Abomination, am I right? So, while we wait for that Abomination to die... Hey, there's a dog. Our next target has been marked. Or as I like to say, totted. So wait, why do we have these? I guess these are like the sites for the bonus objective, or the actual objective that we have to get for whatever reason. What is our quest here again? Because we completed one of them. We completed Nathanos' task. Yeah, Beyond the Grave. Then there's missing ingredients. We got to get bruiseweed, briarthorn, and goldthorn. Farinel has sent you to look for some missing ingredients in Silverpine Forest. Collect those 4 ingredients. Oh, and Silverleaf. I misread. Didn't even read that one. And then return to Farinel. Okay. Oh, wait. That was a different one. Oh, yeah, no, here it is. Nathanos has informed you that a cunning dreadlord and is leading a vast army of the undead in the eastern graveyard. You have to find this dreadlord and kill him at once. So we did that. Oh, I didn't even see this one either. You have been raised as an undead. Speak with Undertaker Mordo in the graveyard to get your assignments. Yep, makes sense. And the Ghost Mage will read after we complete this one, which will presumably be fairly soon. Alright, so let's go ahead and kill this Crypt Fiend, because he's an asshole. We do have enough mana for knockback again, so we will definitely be using that. Interesting that the Obsidian statue automatically switches to health. Makes you want to kill him first, for obvious reasons. Nice! We actually got him right at the tail end of that. That was pretty good. Double healing. Not good. We could have actually probably used Sludge Carrion to raise that corpse there and stop him from... Or maybe that would not have been a usable corpse. I'm not actually sure how that would have worked. Let's see if we get anybody from this cage. Maybe we will. You never know. Oh, it vanished for a second. We did not get anyone. The cage was empty. But we killed the dog, so I'm happy. So let's kill this Crypt Fiend, actually. He looks suspiciously like a dog, am I right? I actually don't really have that much mana on Feldad, so we can't really secure a kill onto the Crypt Fiend like we have been. So let's hunt down here instead and see what we can find. They said that there was a Forsaken post somewhere around here. So I would like to find where that is and actually do something about it, you know? Maybe say hi to them. That's probably the most something I can do. Alright, so let's grab this necromancer here. Oh shit, he's gonna get... He's probably going to... No, maybe it only triggers the AI if you attack the abomination, and then they'll get unholy frenzied. I could just be making that up. Maybe that necromancer in particular was just a little too slow, you know? He's a little too dumb. As a good friend of mine would say. You dum-dum. Don't be dog, you dum-dum. That's what he would say. That's why I kill all dogs. You can blame him. So let's keep killing necromancers. I'm just gonna scout ahead with this sludge. Looks like we got some bandits in our way this way. Meanwhile, we can go ahead and fight our way. Oh, there's ogres over here. They're protecting presumably the bruisewood? Bruise something? I don't know. Alright, let's kill this Mauler since he presented himself to us first. I don't see any clickable things, so it's got to be further up. Oh, they killed my sludge. What a meanie. Wow, these guys have some serious health. Holy moly. But they're all heavy armor, I think, which means that our ability will deal bonus damage to them if it's magic damage. Maybe it's... I don't know what damage type it is, honestly. But do I want to risk surrounding myself with a bunch of ogres that have buffed stats? Maybe not. Oh, and they're all triggered to attack me at the same time. This is probably not the best idea that I've ever had. Yeah, it doesn't do nearly as much damage to deal with this, I don't think. Alright, let's try and see what we can do here. We try and isolate them, I guess. I don't know. This seems like an utter disaster. Oh no, and he's got shockwave too. Oh man, this is just not working out for me. Oh, maybe it is now. They're blocking him. I mean, this is not really ideal, but we're also going to kill the one who's blocking him pretty soon. Well, at least we have this buffed heal. We might be able to get through this just because of that. Okay, let's pull you back. Let's kill the Ogre Magi. We'll have enough mana for knockback again pretty soon. We can go ahead and throw another bottle at our good friend here. Dan Deer, or whatever his fucking name is. And then, alright, cool. We've killed them. Now, the question is, do we have enough mana to survive the punishment of this bloodlusted Ogre Lord? Who was probably just freshly bloodlusted after getting stunned or whatever. It looks like we can do it. I'll just throw this bottle at him for good measure. And of course he drops a Gauntlet of Ogre Strength +3. Well, we'll grab that for our good buddy Mandir, who has almost over 1,000 health. And where's that Bruiseweed? Oh, it's Silverleaf. I would have expected Bruiseweed, honestly. Kill the dog. Kill the ogre hut. How do these ogres even fit in these huts? These look like hobbit holes compared to the size of ogres. Oh wait, these are no huts. Maybe that's why. Wonder why no huts are there. Must have been an oversight. I think ogres normally sleep in tents from what I remember of Blizzard maps, which makes a lot of sense, of course. Alright, let's go ahead and kill these last guys. And go ahead and throw a bottle at Mandir's head. It seems to be the thing that's in vogue, you know? Meanwhile, I can talk to you guys about, I don't know, what do you guys want to hear? Maybe we have to come back to this here. This is a pretty big map. You wouldn't expect this to be like... I mean, this is like certainly bigger than the Blizzard equivalent, which was... It was much smaller. It was like Thunder Ridge, I think? Sounds about right. Alright, we can bottle Mandir again here. Do Magi do more damage than regular ogres? Probably. Oh, you know what I wasn't doing that whole time was using Chemical Rage. Probably would have been somewhat useful. Well, rather than exploring this area much further, let's make our way to the rest of the quest objectives anyways. We know there's a bunch of bandits this way. So let's get ready to deal with them. They should be much easier to deal with than those ogres. Until we find another one of those bandit leaders that does chaos damage. What a sin. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Wait, has my music been disabled this whole time? Wow, my music has been disabled this whole time. Why was my music disabled? That's the craziest thing. I'm sorry, guys. It even has some pretty cool sounding music, too. What an utter failure on my part. My mistake. I probably should have caught that. A lot of dead air when there's just no music. So, I guess it's something you don't notice until it's... You realize... well, eventually I did notice it, I guess. Rune of Mana there was nice, so we were able to use knockback really quickly. Although, I guess we would have been a little bit further away from full mana anyways. Either way, it's still pretty good. Let's go ahead and use Chemical Rage here. See, there it looks like it actually did do 50 damage. Maybe it did 100. It might just be doing double damage. That's what I think. It must be, I feel like. Wait, come on, use it. There we go. Alright, taste that, he says. And, whoa. Let's keep going here. Yeah, we have another Enforcer. I don't even know if it's worth killing the rogues. They really are just meat shields. They have more health than the brigands, but they do way less, well, marginally less damage. Kill the brigand, then we can kill the Enforcer, who deals pretty respectable damage, actually. And doesn't really have that much more health than a rogue. Has more than double the damage, though. Makes him pretty decent. I think we're near the one of the objectives? No, we're not. I guess we're geographically we're close to 2 of them. There's a set of crates over here. Do I want to use? I guess I can use sledges. I can start using them. Oh, we got another rune of mana. You know what that means? Whoa! Then he has a little bit of a spin there. Oh, and then can we go underneath this bridge and go somewhere completely different? That would be pretty cool. I imagine we probably can't. I don't know how Warcraft 3's pathing would even accept something like that, since that was a pretty phenomenal thing that I think only 1 or maybe only 2 people ever figured out how to do. A Scepter of the Sea that summons Murlocs and it has 5 charges. Wow, it's crazy. Wait, can we go underneath this bridge? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, didn't think so. Would have been a feat of technical wizardry if we were able to. I'm trying to think of where I want to go next. Do I want to go? I guess we can go right up here. It looks like there's going to be some sort of something waiting for us over there, and we can come back for that rune of mana later since we've got plenty of mana. Some actual gnolls next to these gnoll huts this time. Wow, look at that damage. That's crazy. I guess leveling up that ability really was the right decision. Crazy damage. Obviously, a fair bit of mana on a fairly manaless champ, you know? Where's the pickup? Is it over here? The hiding in one of the gnoll huts, maybe? Well, there's a Wand of Lightning shield, which I probably won't pick up. Oh, there it is. Bruiseweed. It was sparkling and everything. Alright, so now we've got to go for Briarthorn and Goldthorn. This looks like it's close by, but I feel like that's probably deceptive, right? You know, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking... Oh, wait, I want that rune. Hey, do these count as corpses? No. That would have been pretty neat if I could summon them off of those doodads. I forget how Blizzard did that. Or somebody did that, probably just by hiding these invisible corpses somewhere. Making it so that there was an infinite number of them. And putting them in there. I don't know if you can place... I guess you can create corpses with triggers, and that might be how they did it. Anyways, I have a feeling, like I said, that this is probably... Yeah, right away. Do I want to sell this? I'll keep the Scepter of the Sea. It seems pretty useful. And we can also grab that. And what do I want to sell here? Probably the Ironwood branch. Another set of Gloves of Haste. Always nice. So yeah, I don't think we broke even though. We probably didn't make up as much money, but it doesn't really matter. We traded, we bartered. We see mud golems, and I'm reminded of the first, the first fucking sequence where I had about 10 boulders thrown at my head per second every time I even looked at these guys. Alright, so presumably there's going to be more of these guys further up. And like I said, yeah, I think this is deceptive. We're probably going to have to go quite a ways away around the world in order to find the this next area. Why do rock golems do piercing damage when they throw boulders at you? Isn't that crazy? Is that not crazy to anybody else? I feel like that must be pretty bonkers. Some forest trolls in the way of the gold area, I think. Maybe this is the gold area. It looks like we're going to come up on both of them pretty soon here. Whoa! Probably should have waited for more of them to show up, but let's go ahead and kill this flesh eater anyways. Wowee. Thankfully, we do have quite a bit of AoE available, which will let us deal with these guys pretty quickly. 200 damage on single target isn't bad either. Yeah, we can definitely handle this area, I think. And we can even save some mana for whatever the next fight will be. There's Briarthorn, and then we just need the gold one, which is presumably right next door. Pretty nice. This guy is no longer interested in us. He's gone home to dig his own grave. Don't say hello.
Lich King's name.
It's funny that this Forsaken guy is saying, in the Lich King's name. I suppose that would... I guess you could modify that, but I don't know what other Kel'Thuzad line you would use for the unit response. It's probably something you could grab in the campaign.
Yes, right away.
See? Warseeker's on it, judging by Feldad's response.
That sounds logical.
So where do we want to go now? I guess we can go around this way, see what we can find. What exciting things will we find when we take this detour? Oh, wow. Okay, maybe it might be the wrong route to take, guys. It figures that Goldthorn is in a place with fucking dragons. There's probably some really good items on those guys, too. I say really good. It's probably an exaggeration. Let's run like the cowardly undead that we are. And, doesn't look like the dragons are too interested in following us. Not that I'm complaining that this isn't the case, but it would be kind of neat if what wound up happening was actually that those drakes waited until we stole the vegetation or whatever, and then immediately ran after us and chased us the whole way through just to try and get us to give back the Goldshire or whatever what is it called? It's Gold something. Goldthorn. Why did I think Goldshire? Is that just where... I think that's just where the rich guys hang out, you know? The rich medieval dudes. So... we've killed these trolls anyways. Maybe there's something good over there. Oh, and I didn't kill this... Well, you wouldn't even be able to access it, so I guess it doesn't matter that I didn't kill it. And, then we'll head back home and turn in that other quest. Oh, there's a warlord hanging out here all by his lonesome. Presumably this guy has... this guy definitely has some shit going on. He's got some items for us. We can just nuke him down here with this upgraded single target stuff. Claws of Attack +6 and a rune of mana. Saying ain't so. Well, what do we want to give to Feldad? Presumably the slippers. And then we can just use that. Doesn't matter. Alright. So now I think we're good to go. We've done our duty. We've taken on the commies or whatever these guys, the Antifa protesters that are out in the streets. We've taken on the internet trolls and Gamergates. We've taken on the... I don't know what the hell the ogres would have been. Hey, wait, they're actually back. They came back. So they do repopulate, at least in this area. And it seemed like they repopulated in the other areas, too. That does sound logical, you're right. Don't say hello. Why does he say hello? It really does make me laugh. Every time. Hello. Alright. So, it seems like they actually just assumed the same positions as when they started. One thing that they don't do, that they did in the Blizzard campaigns, is they don't, like, sort of roam around and... You know, they don't bounce around to the same degree. Wow, there's a lot of these guys. Wowie. Well, we did pick up a rune of mana from that guy, so at least we have some mana to spend. XD. Alright. Just nuke this guy. Why do I use runes of healing as soon as they spawn instead of waiting for all the damage to be done? I guess it doesn't matter in this case. Alright. We made it through. Well, I guess there will be... Maybe the Scourge will respawn? No, I don't think the Scourge will. Probably not. There was another way to go down here. I guess just for the sake of completionism, I'll check out what's down here. I don't know if I'm gonna like just find another... What? These ogres respawn too. Maybe I won't... Maybe I will not come all the way down here. Maybe I'll take a pass. Well, there's some Oh, it's more forest trolls. Presumably with another item. Okay, let's, these guys are going to be more difficult to fight than the other group. Let's kill the guys who are enchanted first. We don't have any mana left. We can set this guy on his chemical rage stuff, though. And then we can get, hopefully, Feldad doesn't die. It seems like he may. Yeah, looks like he's fine. And he's regenerating mana. He'll be able to throw an elixir of dad on himself or whatever. Yeah, we should have this. In the bag. Hey, it was just a ring of protection plus 2, that's all? Maybe there's something hiding in these buildings. Makes this trip a little bit more worthwhile. But hey, we got experience. That's something that I can always count on. Even if it seems like it was a wasted effort, at least we got some XP and some gold. And we're actually fucking rich. We can come back and, you know, spend some serious cash. It would have been nice to sell that potion, but I'm not really too upset that we didn't. Oh, Jesus. I wanted to fight my way out of here, but it seems a little unrealistic. Well, maybe it won't be so unrealistic. Let's focus on this guy since he just got bloodlusted, so... Wow, these guys have some health. Probably should have saved that, Yeah, maybe I should have, I don't know. I probably should have used that healing to actually heal instead of attack, but... Oh, well, I guess if Feldad tanks here, it probably isn't the end of the world. Especially since this guy's now no longer bloodlusted. Yeah, we should have this guy. We chain stunned him enough. I think even without the stuns, we probably would have had that, but I made it a little bit more, shall we say, interesting by using all of my mana offensively instead of defensively. Okay, now for real, we're out of here. We'll go ahead and turn that quest in. And wow, it's already almost been an hour. Where has the time gone? So I guess we'll do the other side quest afterwards, since I don't want to keep these videos super long. So we'll go ahead, we'll head back, we'll turn in the quest, and then we'll get ready to do the other part of the quest for the third video. Yeah, I imagine these are probably going to take quite a bit of time individually. Let's head back to the Lordaeron ruins. We're back to the Twisted Future load screen. Familiar territory. Alright. So presumably everything has probably respawned. Or at least... No, it actually saved the corpses and everything, so... Maybe it'll take a little bit longer for them to respawn everything. So we're headed to this guy. This plague doctor looking feller. Ah, the Fountain of Mana. Too bad we can't stay. And there is something that we have revealed over here for some reason. Oh, this must have been where we were looking at for our character selection screen. Then why? We had something else that we had vision of. Whoa, where are you guys going? Why are you guys going over here? Why is this the default? This is an interesting default place to go, you know? Oh no. He's affcativated the Crypt Fiend. Why would he do something like this? Alright, well. Oh, we can use it on this mutant. He's not a real undead. The no true undead fallacy, of course. Let's hit the ghoul, whatever. This might be a little too tough for us to do right now since we're so low on mana. Let's go ahead and heal yourself. Okay, so we've taken care of the Skeletal Mage is a nice new model. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that they replaced the default Blizzard models since they were not the the strongest of Blizzard's attempts at modeling, I guess we can say. So, we can't use this on the Crypt Fiend since he's technically undead. I don't know, man. We have to kind of get lucky with Bash here if we want to deal with this guy. And we definitely did not do so. Oh, man. If that had been a Bash attack, though, it would have killed him. I guess we can just chip away at this crypt. This seems highly unnecessary. Oh, there's a waygate here. That's why our units were autopathing. Okay, so where does this take us? This takes us behind a Forest Troll Warlord. Hi, surprise. Hope you guys like, well, I hope you guys don't mind not living. That's all I can say. Okay, so I think the fact that you've been thinking, Feldad, is why we're in this mess in the first place. Wouldn't you agree? Alright. Smashed. Alaria's Flute of Accuracy. Okay.
Inventory is full.
Oh wait, this increases everything by... It's like a... What is it? What do you call that? The...
That sounds logical.
Circlets of Nobility. That's what they are. Can these units do anything? They can use Ensnare. Okay. Well, that's something anyways. Where are we in relation to our main base anyways? We must be pretty close. It looks like... Yeah. So we just have to go through this area. Alright, cool. Well, we'll just, we'll keep moving. We'll keep rolling here. A bit longer of a detour than I expected, honestly. I don't see how this is faster than going the other way, but Blizzard pathing, ladies and gentlemen. Hats off to them. They've done it again. Music is fairly creepy. I'm a little disappointed it doesn't change from zone to zone, but maybe some of the other areas will have different music. Yeah, we can ignore that guy. Just kill this kobold and keep walking. These guys are cannon fodder. Level 1s. We're level 3 now. Even your geomancers can't deal with us, if you know what I'm saying, guys. If you know what I'm saying is probably the worst catchphrase I could have coined. Wait, can we go this way instead of going through all the spiders? Presumably would be easier. I don't have time for this. Come on. Let's keep rolling.
That sounds logical.
Or we'll actually go over the hour mark and video will look all strange and weird. Alright. Farinel. That's who we're headed towards. So yeah, so far, so good. We made some progress. We still got some stuff to do, obviously. The Royal Laboratory. I'm mostly on the hunt for permanent items that give us a pretty decent stat boost, but it doesn't really look like there's many places to purchase those from at an affordable price. Like, obviously there's the armory, but maybe we'll get another unique item. So if you found all the potion ingredients I've told you about, excellent. Now with all these ingredients, I can start working on that potion. Oh yeah, we got the potion as a reward from this guy. Here, take this potion. You may find it useful. The Potion of Madness that increases the attack rate. Well, I don't really have any item that I want to drop, but I'll take a look at it anyways. So it's... Oh, it's like a potion that works as similar to... What was it? The... that...
Better be good.
What is it? It's the,
I've been thinking.
What now?
Fuck, I can't believe I'm forgetting this. The troll ability. Where you upgrade your trolls from headhunters to some other unit.
Beware the living.
Hey, cool, there's an iron gate here. It's just for show, obviously. Anyways, yeah, that's the end of this video. We will not be partaking in the madness. But it would be cool if it was added to the shop after that point or something. Maybe we can buy it later if we need it. The problem with Warcraft 3 items is always slot efficiency, right? You never really know what you're going to do with slots, you always want it to be like as efficient as possible. So active items that are also give you passive permanent stats are way more slot efficient than like having to separate those out into 2 different slots. So I sort of talked about that when I looked at the Crown of Kings and how it was priced out at like 7,500 gold or something crazy. Anyways, we'll do this last bit of the quest, which is Charlindra, yeah, the ghost person. We'll take care of her in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, and let me know if you have any suggestions in the comments below. I'll see you next video.